I was in London, and that particular year, Amvrazi was in London, and she was taking her dancers from London to come and do her show for the summer, and I was one of the dancers that she chose. It was an amazing summer. All of us, so we were 10 dancers from London, and all of us said at the end it was the best summer of our lives. And I made some good friends while I was here that I stayed in contact with. And then a year later, I thought, okay, let me go back and hang out for the summer. And 10 years later, he's still here. One very long summer holiday.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But I mean, in London, you've done so many incredible things. Like you've been on Top of the Pops many times.
Yeah.
You've done. You were in the original cast of Fame.
Yeah. Original cast of Saturday Night Fever, Starlight Express. A lot of work with pop artists, a lot of pop videos, a few trade fashion shows, stuff like this. So it's been pretty cool.
So it's a logical question to ask, why would you want to give all that up to come to Athens?
Well, I don't know, you go where the ball rolls, so to speak. So I just had the feeling that I liked it here, and I'd like to spend a bit more time here. I didn't know it was going to be as long a time as it is, but it's been good, and I've done many things here that probably I wouldn't have done if I'd still been in London. So, no regrets, as Bobby Williams would say.
Can you tell me a little bit about how your career started? Was it dance that first sort of?
Yeah, when I was at school, I was watching The Kids from Fame, the TV series was on TV, and I absolutely loved it. And I was about 10 or 11, and I'd already made my mind up then that I wanted to be a dancer. So I've been doing then I was doing some acting stuff. I used to do some plays and stuff, some amateur dramatics. And I was doing a show at a theatre in Nottingham, at the Nottingham Playhouse. And one day I was waiting for my bus, and there was a guy standing on the platform, and he was like dancing and doing flips and stuff like this. And I got talking to him and asking him, where did you learn to do that? And he was like, and he said, I'm at a theatre school in Epsom in Surrey called Lane Theatre Arts. And the name stuck in my mind, and a few weeks later I was at the library and I was looking for a magazine, and it had a list of different theatre schools in England, and I saw Lane Theatre Arts, so I wrote for prospectus and got an audition and got in, and that term then started the next term.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history, so they say.
So you're listening to Athens for Real on Athens International Radio, 104.4 FM. I'm Alexia Amvrazi, and today I'm in the studio with Benji Adeyemo.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's great to have you here. So we were talking about how it all began in terms of your dance career.
Yes.
So you worked in London for many years, and as I mentioned earlier, you did some pretty impressive things. I mean, you've been in big shows.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I'm a performer from the heart, so any chance to get up on the stage, and I'm there.
I mean, you've done quite a variety of things as well. Like what I found really interesting was that your work with Paul McKenna.
Oh yeah, that was on his TV
hypnotist.
show. Yeah. Actually, on that show we was with Lulu and Bobby Womack, which was really cool because they're great vocalists. So it's always great when you work with people who've got like really great voices, because they really give you good energy when you're performing. So
Yeah.
I've been fortunate to. I've collaborated with a lot of people like that.
And I can imagine that the way things run there, it's very different to the way they run here in terms of performance art.
A little.
So how did you deal with the change in professionalism levels?
Well, at the beginning I was like kind of banging my head against the wall and thinking, I'm going to change things and blah blah blah, and suggesting things and stuff like that. But there was another one of my expats, Nikki. She said to me, listen, this is how it is. You just have to kind of let go, because otherwise you just drive yourself crazy. So I let go, and and it's cool now. You just you learn to rock and roll with how things are going. Okay, sometimes you're not doing things the way that we were doing them at home, but
So what's been the most sort of interesting experience you've had being in Greece in terms of dancing?
Working with N.Y.S.Y was amazing, because she's such a big star and she has great people, great crowd, her performances, and she's really good fun to work with, so that was really cool. And doing musical theatre, Le Cardio Fall, Tokli Metis Treles. This was really good experience. And actually, I have my own drag character as well. Called that was when my friends were like, "Benji, you crazy?" I have my alter ego is called Miss Diamond, and so I do some drag shows and stuff like that. So that's really good fun because people.
Yeah, I was
going
to
to
ask you about that. So tell me about the world of drag shows.
Well, I mean,
I have to say your appearances are most scintillating, and you wear these great outfits. And
yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's just another aspect of Benji the artist. Actually, it's Athens Pride this weekend, and Miss Diamond's going to be on the float. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you're out and about and you see a crazy black girl with big hair, it might be me.
And you're also appearing as Miss Diamond on the Greek Idol. Which is
no, on the Miss Diamond I did on Elade X Talento.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Greek Idol, I'm dancing in the ballet. And I'm in the TV series Steps, which is playing at the moment on Antenna.
So that's 3 TV shows you're working on.
Oh, Elade X Talento's finished now. But Greek Idol and Steps is now, yeah.
And what have you discovered about the television world here?
Oh, it's cool. It's okay. It's good. It's been, we have a good time. I know a lot of the production staff and that now, so we have good fun.
So back to Miss Diamond, I have to find out more. How did you create this persona?
Well, after doing Tukulu Metis Tuledes, I was like, okay, that was a really good experience. I really enjoyed that. It was fun. And I'd always kind of thought maybe I'd like to do some drag or something. So I was talking with some friends one evening. I thought, okay, let me put a little drag act together and see what happens. So and it's just fun. It's just like, I don't take it too seriously. I mean, actually, I take it seriously as in because it's an art form, but I don't take it seriously as a job. It's a hobby and a bit of fun for me. Mm-hmm. But it's good, and it's really nice to see people's reactions. And yeah, I have a lot of fun doing it. So I'm also in the studio as well, working on a music project with a Greek DJ called CJ Jeff and another DJ called For the East. So we're working at the moment on the house DJ, so we're working on a house music project, which is really exciting.
So you're singing?
So I sing as well, yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I want to ask you now, are you going to sing something for us today?
Oh my God, no, you're really going to put me on the spot, aren't you?
You've got nice hot coffee there in front of you. Decaf,
my vocal cords are supposed to be warm, but you guys to reply.
Exactly. Okay, I'll let you think about it. Now, going to yoga, which is it's like a different planet to all this other world you're doing. I mean, it's still, again, of course, about physical discipline and art, creating an art form through your body, I guess. But it's a very different realm as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess that's kind of like my serious side. But no, I still try to bring an aspect of humour into my teaching. And that, for example, is something that I think I was studying yoga as a student when I was in London, and then the first couple of years when I came to Greece, it wasn't so big then here, and it was difficult to find somewhere that I liked to go and study. And every now and then I was going on the internet to have a little look, and eventually I went on one day and N.Y.S.Y Studios popped up, and I went, okay, let me go and have a look. And I met Vivi, the owner, and Raj. And I started there as a student. And Vivi said to me, okay, I'm starting the yoga teacher training next year. So I thought, okay, when you start that, I'll do that. And I did that, and I was like, and then I did my teacher training part with Rusty. And I was like, okay, I found my style, which way I want to go. And it's great. It's been brilliant. I love it. Love it very much. And it's also something that I think if I'd been in London still, I probably wouldn't have done. One thing Greece has given me is a little bit more space and time to kind of go into different areas that maybe I wouldn't have had time to do if I'd still been in London.
And I just wanted to ask you also how yoga and dancing fit together as different disciplines.
I see them very much in the same kind of spectra, and I think, and the way I teach yoga is for me kind of like a dance. I like the ebb and the flow to keep the class moving. As you know,
you've
and
got
I like
very popular classes.
Oh, well, thank you.
In fact, I was tempted to not mention it because I don't want more people to come.
I mean, yoga very much for me is a dance, and it's great. It's amazing. And they're very closely connected. The only difference is the breath, or the way the way we breathe in yoga. But you know, I see the connection between the two, and that's probably why I like, after the first time I went to a yoga class, I was like, wow, that's definitely for me.
You're listening to Athens for Real on Athens International Radio. I'm Alexia Amvrazi. I'm in the studio with Benji Adeyemo. It's been really great having you here.
It's great to be here. It's
and
really
hearing about your dance and your yoga and your singing and your singing and your singing.
And your singing.
Which we'll hopefully get a little sample of in the next...
Okay, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a bit of Lady Gaga because Miss Diamond likes a bit of Lady Gaga. Can't read my, no she can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody. Can't read my, no she can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody.
Lovely, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And you're recording right now?
For the rest of the summer. And then we'll see what happens after then.
What would you like to say to our listeners as a final message?
Breathe, live, love.
Great. Thank you very, very much for being here.
You're welcome.
Today.
Thank you for having me here. Take care.